What is good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you, beautiful people, yet again. I want to talk about Errol Spence and his recent eye surgery to have some cataract removed, if I'm not mistaken. He had a lot of things to say. He's been, tweeting and posting, and handful of things I want to talk about. First of all, he stated the reason why I got hit by so many jabs from Terrence Crawford is because of the cataract. I couldn't see, you know. Um, I don't have no choice but to believe him. I'm not in a man's shoes. I have to take him for what, a man for his word. But that doesn't necessarily make me believe that's the sole purpose why he lost the fight. Now, I'm going to start by saying this. I believe the fight would have gone, the same way had he had perfect vision. And I'm not talking about, I'm speaking in an aspect of Terrence would have got the W regardless, whether he had perfect eyesight or not. He probably wouldn't have won in such dominant fashion. But then again, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in the man's shoes. If this is what he says was one of the reasons why he got beat, then I take him for his word. But who knows? There was a surgery, nevertheless. But I saw some things. I saw Errol going back and forth with a fan or somebody was posting something about, you need to retire. You're a one-trick pony. And, Errol clapped back in a respectful manner, and he was just speaking the truth. He said, well, me being a one-trick pony got me to the Olympics, and, my mom and dad has been retired for a while now, and, I'm doing good. So if that's the case, then whatever. And he said, here's the thing. And this is where I commend Errol Spence, because most fighters do not want to admit when they got their butts whooped. They don't. We've seen it, proofs in the pudding. We've seen many fighters always make excuses. And Errol Spence said this, listen, I got my you-know-what whooped. And it was long overdue because, truth be told, I wasn't really living the lifestyle that a fighter you should be living. So the butt whooping was long overdue. And I think that's just him saying that, it's gotten me back on track. I'm back in line now. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, what I need to be doing. But then in the same sentence, you have to say, how long have you been a professional fighter? I don't know how much I buy into that. I wasn't living the lifestyle of a fighter. When Terrence Bud Crawford ain't no joke, when this is the biggest fight of your career, we're talking about undisputed. We that everybody's been waiting on this fight forever and a day. You know what I'm saying? So to say that, I don't really know how much I can take from it, because if that's not enough to light a fire up under your butt to live the lifestyle that you're supposed to live as a fighter, then I don't know what is. Then if it wasn't then what makes me believe it's going to be now? Maybe Errol believed that he was just going to run away with this fight. He was just going to railroad Terrence Crawford, but that didn't happen. That wasn't the case. And I just don't know how much I believe when he says I wasn't living the lifestyle as a fighter. But nevertheless, he admitted to getting his butt whooped, and and that's exactly what happened. And still to this day, I honestly believe that Terrence let off the gas, man. I believe that Bud did not want to hurt him in a certain manner. Maybe he knew something. As we, recently found out with Tony Weeks, there's a lot of things that goes on that fighters, promoters, and trainers know, but they let the fights go on. And if we did see, and I remember seeing Errol Spence in some glasses, man, during a press conference or something. And I don't know if I ever remember seeing him in glasses before. I may or may not. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure if the cataract was an issue, it was known before their fight, going into the fight. And again, they didn't care. And obviously, Errol Spence didn't care. The fight must go on. There's a lot of money involved for, people all around, not just the fighters, the promoters, the matchmakers, the venue. Everybody was expecting to get a lot of money. And I'm not going to let a little cataract on my eye stop that. And, boxing's an ugly sport, man. He was probably looked at and cleared. Go ahead and fight. Oh, he was probably looked at and some doctors didn't clear him, but they didn't announce it to someone or everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we do not see. And some of it we don't really want to see. You don't even want to know. But if it comes to someone's life or a life-changing injury, it needs to be talked about and it needs to be let out there. But once you do that, you stop the money. You stop the revenue. Money makes this world go round. The root of all evil is the love of money. People love money enough to put someone's life in jeopardy or someone's career in jeopardy. But man, this is the second eye surgery. There's some people talking about retire. But Errol's like, man, I'm not all that retired talk, man. My freaking back of my head is itching. That retired talk, man, y'all can forget all that, man. I'll be back. I'll be stronger. And he feels like that he'll do much better in the next fight against Terrence Bud Crawford. Now here's my question. What's the recovery time on this surgery? How long are you going to be out? Is Bud going to have to take a fight in between? I should save this for another video, but I'm going to go ahead and speak about it now. Depending on how long it is, I think he should. But, it looks like to me and a lot of others out there that he really wants the Canelo fight. And I'm not going to sit up here and say it's not going to happen, because where there's enough money involved, then the strangest fights will happen. And if there's enough money for Canelo and Bud Crawford, best believe some way, shape, or form that fight's going to happen. Do I want to see it? Not really. No. I mean, fighters are just, jumping out of their weight class too frequently when they have other people in their weight class that they could be fighting. So I don't really want to see that. I want to see Canelo and Terrence stay in their weight class and fight up-and-coming fighters who deserve a shot. You know what I'm saying? And you know who I'm going to scream. If you got to fight, take a fight in between Terrence Crawford before you get back to Errol Spence, because I know you have a rematch clause. I know it's been activated. People like, my last video I made about, is Terrence Crawford afraid of Boots Ennis? And I don't think he's afraid. People are like, that shows that you don't know boxing. If you knew boxing, you know that he was under contract for a rematch with Errol Spence. Who doesn't know that, man? When I make videos, it's hypothetical majority of the time. What if this scenario? What if this situation? I know that he has a rematch clause and Errol Spence has activated that. I get that. People just love to want to correct people. I don't understand that. But anyway, since he's had this eye surgery, we don't know how long the recovery time is going to be. Should he have a fight in between that? Bud Crawford ain't going to really want to. He's waiting on the big money fights. He want a big money fight. 2-3 more big money fights, and I think Terrence is out of here, man. Out of here. So the fight will, if he does have time to fight a fighter in between before he gets back with Errol Spence, I almost guarantee it won't be Boots Ennis. And I just don't understand it. But it's boxing. Nowadays, it ain't for us to understand. It's a business and it's not a sport anymore, but it is what it is. But, for Errol Spence, I want to commend you for admitting the fact that, you did get whooped, but not really living the lifestyle as a fighter should. I don't know how much I buy. The cataract could have possibly, made a difference in how you performed, but I think Bud Crawford would have got the W nevertheless, So what's your take on it, man? Just comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Until next time, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up and I'm out of here.